we are. Ooh. There we go. Nice. Alright. So that's what we're doing today. So one of the reasons I want to do this is I noticed my factory turn signals here. They have some condensation in there, and there's some cracks. That's probably what's causing that. And they're old. I could take them out, repair them. This one's even worse. Condensation here and here. And it has a little crack down here too. And I know I could take this out. I could, sand that down and reseal it. Probably even fix up these cracks. Maybe some kind of filler or something. It's not worth it. The replacement one will look better, and it's not expensive at all. Alright. So, just 2 bolts. I haven't actually popped this out yet. Well, that's it. Huh. That's pretty easy. Alright, so the actual power connection right there. I'll need to unplug. Let's see if I can get a better light. There we go. And same on the other side. And the reason I'm unplugging that, I could just insert this bulb into the new one. But the new ones come with their own brand new bulb, so I want to use that. Alright, finally got that thing unplugged. That was rough. I had to get a wrench in through the front to hold that base and then yank up on this. And I had to get a smaller wrench to hold this little clip down just because my fingers were stopped working, basically. It started hurting. So it was wrench on wrench holding this clip down. It finally popped out. Alright. Alright, so this should just feed right on through there. Alright, so I think I'll get it mounted first and then worry about that connection in the back. Alright, learned from that first one. Got this one done much quicker. And I do have this one mounted. Really happy with that. Alright, all done. And I didn't mention this when I was replacing the turn signals. Here, where are you? Nope, that's the wrong one. But I also replaced the headlamps. You guys might have noticed it. So the few times I have driven this at night, I wasn't happy with how much light I was putting out. Really couldn't see down the road very much. I don't know how old the originals were, but they weren't good. So I looked up just, replacing the headlights. They're just a 7-inch, basic headlights. And I found Jeep Wranglers as a tip from some of the YouTube videos I've been watching, and they fit right in there. They're kind of a squeeze, but they're not going anywhere, and they look great. And they kind of match the theme I got going on here, and they're bright, really, really bright. Alright, on to the taillights now. Come here. I don't know what all is involved getting these out, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'll figure it out. Alright. So you basically push in right here. Come on. Alright. Other than that, there's just a few small bolts. And that should pop it right out. Looks like it's 8mm. Alright, so 4 screws, all 8mm. This has a couple clips here and it just pulled right out. And then you can just kind of push in and it comes right out. First thing I notice is some weather sealing. So I'm going to be careful here. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so the weather sealing's looking pretty rough. I will have to see if the new ones came with a new seal. If not, then I'll have to figure something out there. And good news, new ones do come with a nice new seal. Alright, so since I know that I have a fresh seal, I can go ahead and remove all this. And I'm going to clean up everything, get all this dirt and debris out of the way. So I don't want any leaks getting around my taillight. Alright, soap and water time. So what I'm going to do before putting the fresh taillight gasket on is I'm going to address this. I just don't want... That old gasket was looking really bad, so probably from rain seeping down along the tail line here, was probably dripping down in here, getting under here, and then just settling on top of the taillight fixture, and that's where that rust came. I'm pretty certain with the new taillight fixture and that new gasket, it'll stop this, but, you know, you can just see it up under there. So, I'm going to seal this. Just a basic paint sealer. It'll prevent it from getting any worse. And I'll probably go all around there. Alright. And so all I'm going to put on it is basically a clear coat. I actually have some stuff I used on headlights for my truck. I sanded down and then coated the headlights, so it's like this really tough clear coat coating. I figure if it could work on headlights to keep them from getting chipped and damaged, it can probably definitely seal up this area. And it's clear, so I mean, even though I still want to protect myself, I don't want to get it on the exterior paint. I should be able to just get it right there in those nooks and crannies. And I'm going to go ahead and do this so it'll dry while hopefully that side's looking a little better and I don't have to do it over there. Alright, just got the other taillight off. Now, interesting, the previous owner had listed as work done on the car that the back right taillight gasket had been replaced to prevent leaking. And he didn't lie. This is a nearly brand new gasket. It's in much better shape than the other one. The area looks much cleaner. And yeah, way better. I'm just going to clean this up, but I don't think we have to worry about any rust there. That's in good shape. Unlike you over here. So, happy about that. I was really impressed with the previous owner. Probably previous couple owners. They really kept this car in good shape. Even little things like replacing a gasket on a taillight to prevent rust. You know, it's the small things, so I appreciate it. Beautiful. So I'm actually going to start assembling this one while that one still dries. I mean, it's been drying for a little while now, but I don't have to do anything on this, man. It's just in good shape, so let's go. Well, that was easy. That slipped just right into place. No fuss or anything. It's not tightened down yet and not reconnected yet, but that's what it will look like. Alright, so it's been about half an hour and I went ahead and removed all the plastic. It's dry to the touch now. Went ahead and did like 2 coats just to be sure. I think with a combination of that clear coat paint sealant and the new gasket that's going to go on here, because that old gasket was falling apart, I think the combination of those two will prevent any further rusting. It's not bad at all, really. I just wanted to nip it in the bud. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that second taillight mounted, and I'll let y'all see how it is when I'm done. Alright. Alright. I'll cut that. Alright, so what's next? Well, I have a few options, and I have not shown you all this yet. But down here, right above the rocker panel, it had rusted out from a previous owner. And what they did was grind it down. You can kind of see the grind marks here. So they grinded it all down and then put a sealant over it to keep the rust from coming back. That's all I know about this work. It's very, very high level details. I'm not really exactly sure
how bad it was. I'm not sure what kind of sealant they put on it. But my plan is to body filler, Bondo to smooth it out, and then paint match everything so we won't see it at all. So that's definitely a project that I have coming up.